All right, we're going to start. This teaching is for women, Revelations 20, and we're going to be actually in 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth was passed away, and there was no more sea. All right, and now we're going to jump over to, just as a reminder, verse 8 tells you that the unbelieving, the abominable, murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, that's your Christmas and Easter, and then you're a liar because you teach your children about that Christmas and Easter crap. And it tells you not to do it, so it's not true in Jeremiah 10 and Isaiah 40, and then Revelations 22, and Easter also lies. And they shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination. It is abomination when you steal God's glory. When you eat your Easter ham because he said it was unclean, and that did not change. He does not change. There's not enough blood to make something that's an abomination clean. That's like saying you can sterilize poop. You can't. You can't sterilize poop, people. And you can't make an abomination clean. It's an abomination. And maketh a fly. So here we go again. Liars go to the lake of fire, and they're not, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life. Therein shall no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither worketh whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life. If your name's not in the book, you're not making it in. And if you work abomination and you make lies, so why do you want to teach your children lies? So, like, why you want to give credit to Easter Bunny instead of Jehovah? He wants to glory. Why do you want to give the credit to Santa Claus and bring that wicked Christmas tree into your house? See, those are lies, and you're teaching your children lies. And so, and he sent your holy prophets, and he said, unto these things are faithful and true. And in John chapter 4, it tells you that you got to worship. You must worship him in spirit and truth. That's what he says. And then it says to keep the prophecies of this book. And then it says worship God only. And then it says, and I become quickly, my reward is with every man according to his work shall be. You're going to be judged according to your works, whether you work to righteousness or unrighteousness. And it tells you in Deuteronomy 6:25 that righteousness are those who keep the commandments. And the commandments that he's talking about is the 10. Blessed are they that do his commandments, 10 commandments. They may have right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates on the outside of those other people. And then it says, whoever adds to the prophecies of this book, and you're adding to Easter is adding to it. There's no Easter, that's Estar. And you're adding to it when you say you're worshiping his birthday, which you added to it because that's not in the word.